V5s. The question is, how does it play out? Azir can be flexible, Gnar can be flexible in how they're going to play. But if it happens near a pit, if it's near a Baron or a Drake, there is very dangerous ults on the Dire Wolves side to contend with. The scaling for him.
Here we go, looking for that first dive, headbutt into the wall, a TP comes out, but I think it's too little, too late. They're just going to walk away from this one. You can flash across the wall if you feel threatened by Fido, but he can...
What from Fido was near instant. But unfortunately, it was that last Q that came out of Zoranus that just chunks him way too low. Bot fighting Ignite
it's a fight.
happens.
Dante could be dead here. Oh, the bounce has got across. A flash auto, and that's all it took. I believe that was just the shield. Easy as you like it. And Ben V finds a...
I mean, realistically, we just complement the plays of Kanga as a whole. The support roaming nicely. Lived is really the only person who is suffering, and it is not in silence. It is very much known. Oh, nice
great
pillar.
Huge pillar, and a great flash as well. Lived. He's not got it. He's got the ranged auto attack, but it's already been consumed. And Foreigner...
Zoranus, no matter.
It's going to be a second target, but as you say, Foreigner is going to get copped against the wall, but just chomps. But somehow, the reverberation is the one that picks up the kill. By the Lulu. Another pillar goes out, Suman in trouble. The Emperor's Divide is there, and a flash forward will guarantee it that the Encore literally does nothing. It looks cool, but that's about it.
Yeah, but gets pushed away. Bot lane once again.
Bullet time goes out, and they try to get the execution. Poltron's here, he's got vision, he can go for the head, but on towards the Lulu, stunned against the wall, and finally the bot lane of Dire Wolves get a rare reprieve.
It is so rough for the Dire Wolves 2v2. Poltron really being the difference maker in this game. He helps top win harder. He comes bottom to make sure the play connects. Poltron is just looking at Lima. It's going to hex flash him into the wall.
The angle, it's good. The handshake as well, and the Moonlight Vigil just flashed away from that. Was that regular season as opposed to being held off until playoffs, when those games will certainly be just a little bit more dicey. Instant flash across the wall. He's not found the angle this time, but that's an instant knockup, and Moonlight Vigil was agonizingly close, just out of range. But just the
positions where perhaps he shouldn't be. Either way, we'll see what happens here, because Liv jumps forwards into a minion wave.
Oh no.
Lived is certainly asking for trouble with that hop forwards, isn't he? Yeah, doesn't stack the Gnar at all. One big MF ultimate could wipe Dire Wolves off the face of the earth. But the question is, how do Dire Wolves get into the river if Kanga have control?
Limus's ult is now up and available. He just needs to position for it. There's the hostile takeover to force themselves into the river. They're primed and ready for this one. Everybody's going to get hit by the damage, but thankfully for them, it wasn't enough to find that kill. The knockback was good in theory. Only removed Lived.
Still starting to chunk them out. A Foreigner.
He's on. He's
pressing forward. Lived is mega.
On to Zoranus. Oh, Lived jumps in. He's missed the Gnar. He's missed the knockback away. Out goes the Encore. There's the dot. Zoranus is looking for the kill, but Foreigner receives the wild growth. Everybody burning cooldowns. That's a massive Emperor's Divide. Fido finds a moment where he's just had enough. He says, let's win this team fight. And boy, did they just do that.
It seems like Kanga all... And Summoner Spells is a big deal here, right? No flashes for a lot of people. Poltron.
Oh no.
Has found him.
Foreigner's been caught lacking. Just spent way too much time inside this Baron pit. Question now becomes, do they do it?
Fido has a wide flank. Is unspotted. Has been left unchecked. Bulldog doesn't want to walk further in. If they get distracted, Liv is close to Mega Gnar here as well.
Just so dangerous, Rusty. This feels like an absolute team wipe.
Look at
I've never seen it in jumps. He's been charmed midair and hostile takeover. He couldn't play the game, but certainly Limus can. That's the dream. The wombo combo of both Fido and Limus utilizing their range state. Don't ever disrespect us by doing that, Baron. Fido finds a triple, and Zoranus answers back by at least take one smite for some HP and say, well, we're just going to trade out turrets.
Yeah, you
Bullet time ignores that one. There's the full-on charge into the wall, but I think Poltron just dies for this. They can't answer back. They committed. They ran straight through with a hostile takeover, and I mean, Kanga just straight winning.
Yeah, they've also taken a second turret top, continuing to fight in mid lane. Lived is hunting.
Just going to run them down. You can't escape. He's got a Trinity Force. He's got the moves. Dire situation really here.
Kill attempt. There is a force. He just jumped.
He just jumped on in.
Permission granted.
Kanga are pushing mid as a contingency. He will be the straggler, but it'll take a little bit of time. He's got a force of nature, so he can shrug off a lot of this damage.
He's too tanky.
They would have to dive the turret to make this one happen. It's going to take a while, but it will finally happen.
Meanwhile,
Kanga
winning the game.
We'll just win. Encore goes out.
Could take a fight. Flashes available for Fido, but not Limas. If there's anyone that has to be careful, It is this misfortune.
Oh, Fighter's being tagged. He's gone golden. Portrins is dead. He's just gone. The play just does not exist. And here I am thinking Zoranus with Zonius in a flash might have a moment to try and be a hero from laning phase into a late game clutch team fight down 6,000 gold, but the tanks just don't exist.
Liv's coming through. Dire Wolves, they're looking for an engage angle. Zoranus has the ultimate, has flash Q available.
All the time, just out of range. Zoranus is going to make them go to sleep with that lullaby. Doesn't have to use the flash just yet until the very last moment. Cops a shield at the very end there. Dante's just dead. He's surviving a little bit longer before it goes in for the chomp. Look, Kanga, they just want to end this game. Second inhibitor is theirs for the taking. They've already got supers to play through in mid. And with the respawn timers not being kind to them, with Dante being down for 30 seconds, Liv jumps in with one more Nard charge. He locks you against the wall, but he falls on down in the process. Kanga alone. Dire Wolves are mounting the defense. 2 kills so far for Seaman. He's found the shutdown. Zoranus with the bailout has got a lot of movement speed. And if he can tag one member with that swirl seed, he might be feeling good about his chances. What a turnaround, Rusty. Fido's, he's just saying, why are you chasing?
Fido's decided you cannot have my jungler. I will instead take all of you. Lived on the flank here as well. It's do or die for Dire Wolves.
Such a rough spot to be in because Dire Wolves need to fight before those supers start to come in through mid and top. They just can't find it. Gale falls out in the bullet time. Fido jumps across the wall and says, how do you do? That's an 8th kill of this game. He really is well and truly legendary in the final game here of week 8. And what an important game to make it happen. Liv once again jumps into action and spoon feeds his AD carry. Another kill. Encore is shrugged off by that stasis effect. And really Dire Wolves' chances of any kind of comeback in this game have absolutely been shredded. A monumental week here. It's a perfect 2-0. And a game that gives them head-to-head against Kanga, or against Dire Wolves, and now against Peace.
And finishing with a 10-0.